Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like all you do is talk, but nothing really seems to really reach your kids? Or do you find yourself craving more peace at home, wishing for those moments of real connection with your family, but not sure how to get there, especially when everyone's on the edge or everyone's busy and that connection is kind of lost and you feel like you ask them questions and then you get no answer? What if I told you that the answer isn't always in having the perfect words, okay, and having all the answers and knowing everything, but sometimes in something as simple as a gentle touch can do wonders, okay? It can do magic. So when everything feels overwhelming, do you ever wonder if there's an easier way to calm the chaos, both for your kids and for yourself? So if you're nodding your head yes, or you feel that lump in your throat because right now you're just tired and you're longing for a reset, then just stay with me. Today's video will be exactly what you need, inshallah. So let's talk about a tool most of us overlook: the power of touch. A hand on the shoulder, a gentle hug, a gentle squeeze, um, the simple gestures that can really calm the storms, restore the connection, and that touch can say everything without a single word. So, I want to welcome you guys back here. My name is Tasneem. If you're new here, I'm a parenting coach and I help moms bring that calm and peace back into their relationship so every day it doesn't seem like a scream fest. We are in 30 days reset to calm for a busy mom, and today we are in day 16. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. Let us dive in. So, when words are hard, try this. Let's be honest, okay? Some days it really feels like you just can't hold it together, okay? You're stressed out, you're tired, you've got the headaches, you've got the backaches, whatever that looks like for you. And it kind of comes off on the kids, right? The yelling starts because before you even realize it, and you feel that tightness in your chest or your jaw clenches up, and everything just feels out of control, just a little too loud, a little too much for you to handle. Okay, maybe you end a tough day wishing you could just do it differently, right? I know that feeling. You just want more peace, you want more connection with your kids, your partner, and even yourself, right? So, today I want to share something so simple you might have forgotten just how powerful it is. It's not a fancy trick, it's not about saying the right words or having all the answers. It is the power of touch. I know it might kind of sound too simple, but sometimes when everything is spiraling, the softest, smallest touch can do what words can't. So let's just think about this. When was the last time someone just held your hand or gave you a warm hug or a gentle squeeze on the shoulder when you were upset? When you weren't sure what was going on inside, what turmoils, what stress, what frustrations you were going on inside, all you needed was a gentle hug, a gentle, just silence. Not in a rush, not to fix things, just to sit next to you, just be there in their presence. Did you ever feel your body just relax a little more when you're just snuggling with your husband, when you're snuggling with your kids, you're sitting there without having anything to say anything, right? Remember that feeling? So, as moms, we give out so much touch, but it can feel like it's all like maybe changing diapers or fixing, combing hair, wiping faces, or pushing people to hurry up and get things moving. But the kind of touch I'm talking about is really intentional, okay? Connected, grounding, and it's just not for our kids, it is for us too. So that's how it becomes so powerful. So let's talk about a little bit about the psychology behind this. How psychology, touch is our first language. Okay, so from the moment we're born, we rely on it to feel safe, to feel loved. And that skin to skin contact after birth isn't just sweet, it actually helps calm a baby's heart rate, right? Their sense of security is from that mother's touch. But as we grow up and we become moms ourselves, we often forget that we still need it too, right? We need that touch too. When you give or receive a kind touch, a hug, a hand on the shoulder, or a pat on the back, it tells your brain you're safe, you're loved, you're not alone. Okay, so it's so critical for us to have that touch as we get older as well. Okay, and especially for our kids as they grow older. Well, I'll talk about my teenagers, and you guys probably, if you have teenagers, you know how it is, or when they get older, you kind of lose that connection of touch. So when you have this touch, your body literally responds. Okay, your heart rate can slow down, your shoulders drop, and you become relaxed. Your mind clears just a little bit, and you're able to just maybe take a deep breath, knowing that someone is there for you. Just that simple touch can mean so much. Emotionally, it's connection. So there's no pressure for you to say the right thing. When you can just hug someone, you don't have to say anything. Especially, you probably noticed this when you want to give condolence to someone. It's very difficult for us to express how we feel, but just a simple hug, a few tears that roll down our eyes, just says so much, right? Without us having to say a single word. When your child is having a meltdown, is stressed out, is having a bad day, sometimes words just add fuel to their situation. But if you sit next to them and maybe gently put your hand on their back, you speak to their nervous system instead of their ears. That's how powerful this touch is. Okay? You're saying, I'm here for you. I get what's happening. I see you. We'll get through this. I'm here for you, right? And for you, as a mom, for us, touch can um, it can interrupt our own stress spirals, right? So remember that touch when you can get from your husband just after a tough day, you just want no advice. You don't want anyone to tell you what is right, what's wrong. You just want a hug to release that stress. Okay? So when you're about to yell, pause for half a second, put your hand on your heart. Better yet, if your child is nearby, reach for their hand or just sit close and just breathe together. Okay? Having that connection of touch. You don't have to solve their problem, just be with it. Just be with them in that energy together. And if you're sitting there wishing, oh, you know what, I wish I had more tools, more support, or just a roadmap for calmer days, um, so I totally get it. So that's why I put together a special bundle to help you. A workshop that I did a couple of months ago, Parenting Shouldn't Be a Screamfest. Um, and then my Master Your Calm guide. It's a simple toolkit that you can use on tough days. Okay, so if you want some extra steps and guidance as you try these resets at home, you'll find the details below or in the description. Okay, so there's no pressure at all, just an offer. If you need a little more help along the way as we walk through this journey together, do check out the bundle in the link below. Okay, so let me tell you about what this power of touch looks like in my life. Okay, um, having a teenager is a whole new world. Okay, I don't think I've talked about my sons enough, but as they get older, we lose that touch. So when he was younger, there was lots of hugs and before bed and when he went for school, all that stuff. But whenever he needed me, he'd come to me, and I'd comfort him. But now, as my teen gets older, those hugs aren't as easy. Sometimes, he shies away, he rolls his eyes at me, or acts like he's too cool for mom's affection. But here's a moment that really stood out for me. So one evening, after a rough day at school for him, he was just, slouching on the bed and just scrolling through his phone. And his shoulders were slumped, and I could tell he was in a really bad mood. Okay, and he was really upset about something. He was kind of shutting me out. Every time I asked him what happened, he wouldn't answer me. Okay, it's like everything's fine. No, nothing, nothing, nothing. But my instinct was, my old instinct was like, okay, let him be and he'll figure it out himself. Give him some space. Um, but what I did, I just sat with him. I quietly sat on his bed beside him. I didn't ask any questions. I didn't push him to keep on asking him what's the matter. I simply reached over and I gently just gave him a hug and rubbed my hand on his back. That's it. Nothing big, just a simple touch. First, he stiffened a little bit, and then I could feel his body relaxing. Okay, it was really subtle, but it was really real. Okay, and after a few minutes, he just started talking. Okay, just generally about things, and then slowly, um, he started talking about what was bothering him. Okay, so that moment of no words, just a gentle touch, brought back a spark of connection. I didn't even realize we were both missing that. And as they get older, it becomes a little uncommon to give the hugs and the kisses, right? So try that with your teen. If your kids are getting older, maybe they're really missing that. All right. When you don't have words, sometimes you don't have the energy or the clarity or even the headspace to talk. Okay, and sort something out. You can just reach out for a hug, or put your hand on your child's back, or hold his hand. Even if it feels awkward, or if they pull away, you can still offer that gentle touch. Okay. So if you're struggling, give yourself a gentle touch. If you're struggling, put your hand on your heart. Give yourself a hug, a little squeeze on your own arms. It actually helps calm your nervous system too. Okay. So why is this so powerful? Because touch tells us that I'm safe and I'm loved. Okay. And our bodies release oxytocin, the common connect hormone, and stress goes down. Okay. So for moms who are struggling not to yell, if you're tired, overwhelmed, and you keep promising yourself, okay, this time I won't yell, next time you feel that heart rising and your blood pumping, pause and reach for touch before you reach for words. Okay? It might not fix every stressful situation, but I promise it can change the energy in a heartbeat, even if it's just for a moment. So this is my invitation for you. Okay? Today, when things feel too much, just pause, breathe, gently reach out and touch. Okay? Your child's hand, back, cheek, your partner's shoulder, his arm, your own heart. Okay? Notice what changes. It's not magic, but it's really, really powerful. I want you to try it and let me know in the comments if you tried and how it worked for you. All right? So you deserve calm and connection and peace in your homes just as much as your kids do, right? In a loud, busy, fast paced world, sometimes the softest touch is the greatest reset. So let me know how it goes. I'm cheering you on every step of the way. And we are in day 16. So stick with me till day 30. You're doing better than you think. And I'll see you inshallah in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.